Welcome back to Crypto Warehouse. My name is Mike, and today we're going to take a look at AgriDex. What is AgriDex? You will find out by watching this video. We're going to have a look at what it is, how it is going to work. We're going to look at the white paper. We're going to look at the potential airdrop. We're going to look at its use cases, and then we're going to decide at the end of this video if we think this is going to be a success or not. Remember, if you are new here, you've just come across Crypto Warehouse, make sure to subscribe to the channel and help us grow. It really does help, and it doesn't cost you anything. Also, make sure to turn the notification bell on so when we make more videos like this, you will be notified and you'll be able to come and watch them free of charge. So what is AgriDex? AgriDex is a Solana-backed real-world asset marketplace reshaping the global agriculture industry. We're going to have a very quick look at the platform itself. There is a token which is not live yet. We're going to have a look at the team, and then we're going to have a look at their socials and see what we think of AgriDex. It claims to be an all-in-one agriculture platform. It is an integrated digital marketplace that offers instant, low-cost settlement and supply chain transparency across the entire agricultural value chain. We have suppliers, distributors, retailers, and of course stores on their platform. And of course the benefits on the right-hand side: reduced transaction costs, near instant settlement time, reduced fraud, greater assurance and visibility, governance and compliance, and of course fair access, which is one of the main goals of crypto. Now, before we get into the token and the team, let's go through the white paper and try and pick bits out that help us understand a little bit better what it's trying to solve. And the problem is fairly straightforward. It is broken down into 6 main parts: payment facilitation, the transaction costs, food fraud, which alone in the UK was £2 billion in 2021, poor traceability and certificate verification. You do not know where your food is coming from half the time. Sustainability is not verifiable and visible. And fair access. Farmers only receive 0.03% of the profits. The supermarket chains are making a fortune. The farmers are making pennies. And because AgriDex is using Solana, it can remove a lot of the friction from the process for farmers and the distribution channels alike. Going from 3 to 7 working days, fees of around 6 to 10%, it goes to instant settlements through USDC. And it enables the holding and management of working capital in USDC for farmers in jurisdictions with volatile currencies. Remember, the US dollar is still the reserve currency of the world, and that might change in the future, but for now, USDC is where you want to be holding your funds if you're in Mexico, Argentina, or any other country that has high levels of inflation. It solves the issue of transaction costs, it solves the issue of traceability, and puts all of the certificates online. These records stored online are stored on the blockchain, and that creates immutability. They cannot be tampered with. And agriculture is big business, coming in at over $2.3 trillion 2 years ago. It is big business, and lots of that money currently is going out in frictions and transaction fees and percentages taken by the middlemen. Cut that out and you will be adding millions and millions of dollars in profit back into the distribution system. In summary then, the platform will create an inclusive marketplace, fully transparent, streamlined KYC, direct settlement in any currency, Ricardian contracts, sustainability credentials, rating systems, payment terms in USDC and fiat, support for all international commercial terms, improved access and third-party dispute resolution via umpires. And all of this is provided with a simple yet beautiful UI system. The user experience is very simple. We cannot access it directly, but we can look at the screenshots, and again, it looks simple and modern and efficient. The dashboard is clean and simple, as are the listings pages, which include country of origin, amounts, price, total price. Very simple indeed. Now, something we talk about an awful lot on Crypto Warehouse is, of course, how do these projects make money? And that is the key to avoiding these types of companies going out of business by 2026 or 2027. In this instance, the revenue model is based on transaction charges. And we will talk about it later. 50% of the fees taken on this platform will go to a buyback and burn mechanism for the token. Again, we will look at that in a minute. Subscriptions to the platform and lead generation make up the two other ways for this platform to make money. I think the majority of fees are going to be coming from transactions. Let's not kid ourselves. And I like the roadmap. It is recently updated so we can see where we are in Q1, Q2, all the way through to Q4 2024. We can see the company progress and the product process on the right-hand side. What I will do is leave a link to all of this in the description below so you can go and check out the white paper. There's too much to cover in one short video. Now, before we have a look at the team, let's go through some of the tokenomics. The token is going to allow you to vote on the DAO, the Decentralized Autonomous Organization. You will be able to vote and change the course of history for AgriDex. Now, there will be 1 billion tokens in total. 5% will be an airdrop, 5% pre-sale, 40% to the treasury, 15% for the developer and teams. Early investors get 15%, management and employees get 10%, and the launch partners will receive another 10%. Some of those are vested for 1, 2, and 3 years, so do not expect the tokens to be dumped on the market on day one. And there is a buyback and burn mechanism where it will take 50% of its profits to buy back the tokens and burn them. Over time, this should create sufficient buy pressure to drive the price higher and higher. But at this moment in time, it's very difficult for us to put a price on this token. It has a go live price potentially of 10 cents or $100 million. Where will that go? Will it go higher or lower? I think that comes down to adoption. Probably one of the best meet the team pages I have ever seen on Crypto Warehouse. They have a short breakdown for every single key member of the team, from Henry to Edward to David. They have information about their advisory council and the core team heading up the project. This is not your average project. One thing I would love you to bear in mind is this is not a paid for video. I haven't been paid a cent or a dime or a penny from AgriDex. I found them during my research for the live streams that we do on a daily basis. Over to their Twitter account then, they have about 17,000 followers. Again, the platform is fairly new. They've only got 321 posts.
I'm Henry Duckworth, CEO of AgriDex, a Solana-backed real-world asset marketplace, bringing the $2.7 trillion agricultural industry on-chain.
And again, the overall feel I get from AgriDex is transparency. We see the team. We see the individuals behind them. We see the roadmap. We see them. They are out there. And this is where I heard about AgriDex. It was on an article on Being Crypto. Solana's RWA marketplace, AgriDex, executes its first agri trade on the blockchain. This was published yesterday on the 24th of July by Lin Wang. And without needing to go through the article, it completed the first ever trade on the blockchain, shipping olive oil and wine. The transaction showcases blockchain's ability to provide near instant settlements and reduced fees. AgriDex aims to solve transparency and cost issues in agriculture, benefiting farmers and consumers. And a quote from Harry here: with every 1% of global trade we onboard, billions of dollars are saved and millions of lives are positively affected. We see this as only the beginning and can't wait to fully onboard our range of partners from the big to the small, he said. And finally, but not least, AgriDex believes that education is key to informing peoples on the better production of food. They have their own foundation, of which 5% of the profits will be donated to the Foundation for Educating Farmers and Promoting Sustainable Agriculture. AgriDex understands that sustainability and impact are essential pillars of its business model. I cannot disagree with that statement either. So there we have it, AgriDex in a nutshell. What do you think of the project? Leave a comment down below. Remember, on this channel, we talk a lot about adoption, and we talk a lot about how we're going to change the world. AgriDex can change the world, but it needs adoption. And that adoption starts off slowly and will take an awful lot of time. We have seen this before. We have seen other projects in this situation that are trying to solve fulfillment and distribution. It doesn't mean that AgriDex isn't going to work. For me, it's a very promising project, and the reason I like it is it's on Solana. It isn't on a smaller side chain, it isn't on one of the bigger chains like Ethereum where it's costly, it's on Solana, my retail blockchain of choice for 2025 and 2026. So AgriDex does get a semi thumbs up from me. I would give it a solid 7 out of 10 and certainly something you should consider looking at. Price action, the token hasn't launched, so I can't comment too much on that, but it is worth keeping an eye out for. Remember, all of the links that we've mentioned in the video will be left in the description below, so go and follow them on Twitter, go and follow them on Discord, go and follow them on Telegram, and get involved with the community. See if you can get a free airdrop. With all that being said, please can I ask you one more time to like and subscribe to Crypto Warehouse. Follow the channel. You, as always, have been great. I have been Mike. Until the next video, goodbye.